You're just old and hard of hearing.
Padded Room Radio is on the air for another week, motherfuckers. My name is Darian. I am back for another week of horror, nonsense, and bullshit. Coming straight to your face holes. My main man, Jason Harold, has returned.
Hi.
What's up, dude?
Glad to be back.
What'd we miss?
Oh, you missed me napping a lot.
Okay, I figured that.
Yeah, really capitalizing on this newfound lifestyle of mine. You know, I could see where deadbeats had it right all along.
I was going to say, you look spry. You look refreshed. You're really taking advantage of this stay-at-home
all of my
husband.
worthless, non-working cousins had it right their entire fucking life.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'd be willing to bet that most of them didn't actually achieve retirement. They
That's true.
achieved more of a
They were born into
termination.
it.
Yeah. Right on, man. So just hanging?
Yeah.
Going
just,
to thrift shops?
Lounging around, a few
I love
thrift
it.
stores, playing a whole lot of Zelda.
Zelda.
Yeah.
Kicking it retro.
It's on Switch.
Okay.
So it's one of the newer ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're
not
you're
the
up to
newest
speed.
one, but like 2 ago.
You're up to speed. You know how much Zelda porn there is out there?
I do not know.
Astonishing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to point you to any websites, but they're very easy to find.
I think the last animated or fan animated porn I ever saw was like Lois Griffin from Family Guy.
Yeah.
Then there was like the Simpsons.
Of course, that's all over the place.
Marge, yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of cartoon porn out there, my friend. You don't want to get
Duly
bottlenecked
noted.
into one, situation.
Yeah.
There's a wide variety. Well, right on, dude. I got some bad news. I've got to go to my work dinner thing tomorrow.
Fun.
Yeah, no spouses allowed.
Oh, really?
Which makes me think there's going to be some kind of blood combat, fight to the death situation at Johnny's Ristorante Italiano.
Or some kind of all-male orgy in the back alley.
Well, no, there's plenty of chicks that work for us. So, there could be a alley orgy also. I didn't consider that.
No spouses, huh?
No, yeah, that's weird, right? Is that weird?
Well, evidently they're just cheaping out on the bill, maybe?
Probably. I would assume that's what it is, and it's not going to be like a blow me or get fired situation.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's just that they realize all spouses hate those things.
It could be. That could be. I would love if my wife was non-spouse.
I bet.
I'm happy to stay home with the kids.
Yeah, I bet.
We'll play Zelda all night long. Well, that's my horror story for the week, man.
Enjoy that.
Oh, God, it's going to be terrible. The only saving grace is, number one, it's Johnny's Restaurant Italiano, which is a great place.
It is.
Number two, I think they're going to open up the bar tab. So I may be calling you around about 11:30, 12 o'clock.
All right.
Jason, you got to come get me. Well, we had a regular horror show to get into here, amigo. It's horror news, it's listener mail, it's all the fun stuff. How about a little horror news?
Let's roll.
Horror news.
You got anything for us, dude?
Only a little physical media news.
Okay.
Got Willy's Wonderland getting a 4K steelbook release on February 13th.
I'm going to have to grab that.
You have a triple feature steelbook February 27th of VHS 94, 99, and 85.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
I just bought them all on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Individually.
I'm missing most of them.
Are you?
Yeah.
I think the only one I need is the last one, 85.
So I went ahead and picked that up.
Nice.
Pre-order. And then you have a very strange release that's been teased for sometime next year. It's a like mega bundle super collector's edition of 7.
Yeah.
Being released on 4K. 2 different versions that I've seen, but the Uber priced one is like a fucking $120.
Did you get to take a look at it, though?
Yeah, it's cool, but...
It comes in the box.
But at the end of the day, it's a fucking box.
It's still a box, but it's still... You get to say, what's in the box?
Yeah. Sarah was like, oh, you got to have a giant picture of Gwyneth Paltrow's head in there.
Why not? Yeah, something. Tell me there's a fetus in there, please. Yeah. I know it's in there. You know it's in there. Everybody knows it's in there. I just need some confirmation. It looks cool, but I was checking that one out myself. It's only available in from this weird UK website or something like that.
So Zavvi has a UK website. They no longer ship to the US, but Zavvi US was also listing it.
Okay.
And then Diabolic DVD also had it. But they've been taken off of both as of today.
Huh.
They're no longer listed on either website.
Okay.
So kind of weird.
Yeah. You going to get it? Yeah, you are.
Fuck.
Just do it.
It's
man.
a box.
It's a box. It's the box, though. It's not just a box. It's the box.
I can make a box. It might say Walmart on the side.
Then it's not the box. You got to have the box, man. I don't know. I saw it. I looked at all the fun little shit that comes with it.
Yeah.
If I was like a huge 7 guy, I'm not. I like 7. But I'm not that into 7 that I need all that shit.
I'm more excited about 1, it being released in 4K, and 2, it being released in Steelbook.
Yeah.
So I may go for the lesser one, which is still like a $50, $60 fucking Steelbook at the end of the day.
Right.
Little steep.
Yeah, I can see that. But you're going to get it anyway.
Yeah,
don't lie. What do we got here? Twisted Metal has been confirmed for a 2nd season. Did you watch the 1st season?
Nah.
Not into it. Did you try it?
Nah.
It's comedy. It's straight comedy.
Yeah.
The car combat is there, but it's mostly like cock and ball jokes.
Yeah.
There's some subtle nod. You got Will Arnett playing Sweet Tooth. Strange hearing his voice in the Sweet Tooth mask.
I never played the game enough to even warrant me watching something based on it.
There is no storyline in any of the game whatsoever. It's just these ridiculous cars, and you drive around and you try to blow up the other ones. Yeah. That's it. So I'm glad they're trying to do something with it. What else we got here? Godzilla -1.
Yeah.
Seen it?
No, we have tickets to see it this Thursday.
Very cool. Its U.S. theatrical run has just been extended. Mm-hmm. So if you miss it on Thursday, you got a few more weeks at least.
Everybody's loving this.
I heard good things.
Yeah.
I'm not going to run out for a Godzilla movie. I'm just not. I'm not going to do
Sarah's dad really wants to see it.
Yeah?
And we wanted to see it too, but we were fine waiting. But he wants to see it in the theater, so we'll go.
So if I'm correct, this is not a continuation of Kong versus Godzilla.
No,
right?
This is
something completely different.
Just a completely different Asian release.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why most people are really loving this is because for one of the first times ever, supposedly there's like a compelling story with compelling characters.
Okay.
It's not just zillions of freaking Asians being stomped by Godzilla.
Right. Guy jumping up and down on a train,
right.
train set situation. That's fine. Yeah. I like that too. What do we got here? Saw 11 has been confirmed for a 2024 release.
Jeez.
That's what happens, dude.
I'll be there.
Especially with these franchises.
Yeah.
You got. I think they're making a mistake though. You got to give them a couple of years to develop a story. We're going to end up with a Halloween Kills type of situation.
Ooh,
maybe
not. Rough.
Maybe not that bad. Let's be optimistic about this. Hopefully, it's not that bad. We got that. We also got posters out for Furiosa. Looks good. I don't think Mad Max is the character is any part of it.
No, I don't think so. As a matter of fact, we just watched a trailer for it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
You watched a trailer?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
What are they going to spoil?
More dirt and sand. Another car getting blown up.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Chris Hemsworth's in it too.
Yeah, that's right.
But I don't think he's playing Mad Max.
No,
or
I don't think so.
Max type character.
It looked good.
Yeah, I'm interested. I'm kind of glad Charlize Theron is not coming back for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just me, though. Not that I have anything against her, but, yeah, fuck her. Well, I guess that's all we have on the horror news, my friend. How about some listener mail?
Okay.
Listener mail.
All right, Jay, we don't have any emails this week, but we do have some voicemails. Let's kick things off with our main man in Alabama. Here comes Alan.
Alan.
Added room, what's up?
What's up,
Sorry I
Alan?
didn't call in last week. I had to go get a stove and
Oh,
stuff just got hectic. Work's been crazy.
Sounds
Anyway, meat hook for horror directors.
yeah, what do you think?
I'm gonna go. I mean, there's so many good ones, but I guess I'm gonna go Wes Craven,
Mm-hmm.
John Carpenter, Toby Hooper.
Okay.
But then
Very
there's also like as far as new school,
I mean,
I'd go
right.
Rob Zombie.
okay.
Huey Bowl.
God, there's a lot of them. I feel like Damien Leone.
Yeah,
I think that's how he pronounces it. Terrifier.
sure.
Yep.
He's coming along. He's somebody to watch. The Soskas.
Oh, yeah.
Joe Bagos. I'm really digging his stuff.
Ah,
Adam Wingard.
I like Wingard.
It's kind of hard. As far as horror actors, actresses, whatever,
Mhm.
I'm gonna go. Number 3, Bill Moseley. Number 2,
Oh.
Ken Foray.
Sure.
And number 1, Bruce Campbell.
That makes sense.
Terradome.
What do you
Give me
think?
The Other.
Yeah.
And Mr. Darian, are you Let the Right One In?
You got it.
Or Let Me In? It
Let the
sounds
right
like
one
it could be
in.
either one of them, and I know that Let Me In's a remake. But that's all I got. Hope everybody's doing good. Talk to y'all later. Oh,
Huh.
what I watched so far,
What?
haven't been able to watch a lot. Like I said, work.
Nice.
Been real busy and I'm tired and stuff. I watched Krampus. I'm watching Christmas Bloody Christmas right now. I'm digging it. Want to watch Christmas Evil.
That's a good one.
Talk to y'all later. Bye.
Beautiful. Thanks for calling in, Alan. Joe Bagos does good work, but goddamn does he love some fucking fluorescent lighting.
Which movies?
VFW, Christmas Bloody Christmas, there's some other ones. I think he did a couple of VHS segments. Hold on, just
It's all right.
keep your pants
You remember
on there.
2.
I got
That's
2
good.
of them. Joe Bagos, director of Christmas Bloody Christmas. Bliss. You ever seen Bliss?
No.
That's a good one.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Vampire painting situation,
Mhm.
The Mind's
Yeah, I
Eye, Almost Human. That one wasn't very neon-y, but the rest of them, good Lord, man, they can be a little difficult to watch,
A little jarring.
a little easy, not so easy on the eyes, I should say. Right on, man. Let's get out to Anderson, Indiana. Here comes Mr. Cooper. There's somebody in here, Cooper.
Darian, what's up?
What's up, Coop?
So I'm calling in to give you the 3 on a meat hook,
Okay.
and I believe it was the my favorite horror actors.
Sure.
So number 3, I'm going to go with the gentleman that played the voice of Chucky, and I know he's been in
Brad
handfuls
Dourif.
of
Sure.
others. He's brought us a lot of fun entertainment.
Weird.
That Brad Dourif.
Yeah. Weird movies.
Really, I don't know. I think he's a good actor. I really do. I don't think that's all he can do is goofball characters. I've seen him in other stuff. He plays, I don't know, good actor.
Sure. His daughter.
Let's see.
Hello
Number 2, I'm gonna probably, I don't know. Got to go with the guy that kind of helped lay some foundation for us all is Vincent Price.
Oh, sure.
I remember him being on that that voice on that Michael Jackson Thriller song.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know, part of my childhood.
Okay.
Seen a ton of his movies. And my number 1, because this guy just brings it when he plays a character is that Sid Haig. Man, that guy. I love how funny and raunchy he can be, and serious. He's just a all-around good actor too.
He was.
Anyway, that is all I have. Terror Dome.
You don't know
I
who
couldn't
either
remember
of these
if the others was that Nicole Kidman movie.
No, man. Hellfest.
I wouldn't
yeah.
pick that.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with that.
The other guy?
That samurai.
All right.
Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Beautiful. Thanks for calling in, Coop.
If you hadn't seen Hellfest, watch it.
And if you haven't seen Bloodbeat, don't watch it. It's just going to raise more questions than answers. He called back.
So I'm just calling to defend myself a little bit on my Terror Dome pick. My ignorance was because of some misinformation by our friend Alan. He didn't get back to me in time with my questions. So, yeah, anyway.
That's fine.
I'm trying to pass the buck. Have a good night.
You're fine, Coop. You take whoever you want, buddy. Really, this is probably about the dumbest possible matchup that we'll encounter in this year's Terror Dome. The movie Bloodbeat is, and I could be completely off base here, it's about a samurai warrior that possesses a 16-year-old girl round about Christmas time in rural Wisconsin. Okay. And then naturally goes on a killing spree from there. Only after she fucks her boyfriend, though. So
yeah, he tends to kill. He's a real cock blocker.
Well, yeah, but I don't. Whatever, dude. Whatever. I don't think it's ever explained how the samurai warrior made it to Wisconsin.
Look,
I know. No,
samurais
I know.
Can't be cheeseheads.
I mean, they can. I don't know that they enjoy American football, but all right. Here comes Mr. Tom Hardy.
Hey yo.
Hey yo.
Hey yo.
Padded room. How's my favorite degenerates this week?
Oh, hanging and
I
banging.
do hope everyone is going well and getting ready for that holiday season. Hey,
I think we're already here.
Real quick on the educating department.
Come on now.
I got you here with Let the Right One In.
You did it.
I think everything lines up there, Mr. Brock.
Yes, sir.
The What Are You Looking At department.
What you
know
got?
what? I got to catch 2 flicks.
Okay.
And I got to catch him with my son there. He's 12.
Okay.
And I figured, you know what? I don't think it'd be too bad to watch The Babysitter 1 and 2, that Mick G flick on fucking Netflix
right?
there.
Yeah, why not?
I don't know what people think of those. I actually like them. I think they're fun flicks. I think they're funny, good slasher humor. And so he likes them too. I think it's a good entry flick, you know?
Sure.
There's some innuendo and whatnot, but I think the kids are probably a little more advanced than we already know. So, but anyway, I got to catch those again. Like I said, I've always liked them and thought they were good. Something that pissed me off, though, because I was like, hey, I wonder if there's going to be the third one.
Yeah. And
if you go online, hey, is there a third, fucking babysitter flick coming out?
I don't think so.
You can find a quote-unquote fucking preview for Babysitter 3, and it's just some jackass who cut parts of
Why do they do that?
The 2 Babysitter flicks.
Yeah.
Some shit with fucking Jenna Ortega from some other fucking flicks.
Yeah.
And makes it look like, oh yeah, this is the trailer.
Bullshit.
Why the fuck do people do that, man?
Trying to get clicks, man.
What kind of fucking jackass are you? Like, that's what you got time
go
for
fuck
to
yourself.
Make up, like, a fake movie trailer.
I agree.
And it just bugged the piss out of me, because I remember one time I actually did fall for one that was A New Nightmare on Elm Street, where the director was going to be Mike Flanagan. I was like, oh,
Fell
shit,
for that one, didn't you?
Is fucking interesting. And I'm like 2.5 minutes, maybe a little less in, and I'm like, wait a second. What the fuck? I don't know what the fuck's wrong with people.
Yeah, just looking for clicks.
On the Terror Dome, we have The Other from Hellfest.
Correct.
And, hey, look, there is only one fucking samurai in horror, and it's from the Neon Maniacs.
Okay.
And that ain't this samurai, so fuck this samurai. Put me down for The Other.
You got it.
Hellfest, because that all made perfect fucking sense.
I mean, it lines up, I think.
Oh, on the meat hooks, we got horror actors and shit.
Yes, sir.
I don't know what the fuck we were talking about, but it just kept kind of delving into, like, fucking Scream Queen. So
okay.
I specifically tried to stick with dudes on this one here.
Okay.
So here we go. Number 3.
G. Pete.
I fell for one of those fan-made trailers a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it looked so fucking good.
Yeah?
Yeah, like I was completely in it.
What was it for?
Can't remember what it was for, but I just didn't catch that. At least this guy in the title put like fan made or concept. I just didn't happen to see the fucking word.
Yeah,
and I was so in it, man.
Well, I got it myself. Somebody clipped together an Event Horizon 2 trailer.
Oh boy,
fucking pissed me off. Really just a bunch of clips of the big ball thing.
Yeah,
from the movie.
Sure,
and then like random blood splattering against a wall.
Yeah.
Oh, and then it said like coming. I think it was like 2015 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got me, you fucking assholes. He called back. G motherfucking Pete, man.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
All right. So on the horror actors, like I said, I was trying to stick with dudes.
Okay.
Kind of into Scream Queens and whatnot.
Sure.
There ain't a whole lot that just really focused on just horror flicks. But here's some people I got for you. Number 3, Bill Paxton. That guy's been in some great fucking flicks, you know.
I don't know if you heard it, but Jason just snapped a pencil.
The original Terminator, even. Good actor. He's got some good fucking horror flicks in there.
He's terrible.
Even a good director. I believe he was the director of the Frailty.
Yeah. Good show.
Number 2, put me down for fucking Matthew Lillard.
Okay.
Again, didn't do a lot of horror movies.
He did enough.
You know, fuck it, he's Shaggy in Scooby-Doo, and that's close enough for me. And, of course, you know, his big breakout role in
Stu.
Ghoulies 3. He was fucking
3?
in that flick, you know.
Okay.
I did
and
know.
of course,
was not aware.
And I guess that Five Nights at Freddy's bullshit. But
13
number
goes.
1's got to be Bruce Campbell. I just don't think there's anyone else. I mean, he almost exclusively is in the horror genre as far as movies. I know he's got some TV shows out there where it's not, but you know what? He's got to be the number 1 for me. That's all I got, except for a little bone to pick that I got to just fucking get off my chest here.
Okay.
You know, like 2 weeks ago.
What is it now?
I thought I was pissed at Mr. Harrell when he said,
somebody's
the
actually
fucking vampire. Well, perhaps he's better at counting. And I was like, oh, then motherfucker. And I was bitter at that. And then fucking we got Darian last week advocating for kid rape.
When did I advocate for kid rape?
I spent some time with it, and I couldn't figure out which was more egregious. Which
on your NAMBLA message board.
More, the fucking counting pun or Darian kid rape. So, man, let's have a good episode this week. Let's not
chance.
Get into this bullshit, you know.
Not a chance, motherfucker.
Fuck it. Love you like family. Bye.
Love you too, Tom Hardy.
Hey,
thanks for calling in.
That count, that was gold.
That was money in the bank. Clearly, some people cannot appreciate good Sesame Street-based humor, I guess.
You think it's rough with these bullshit trailers right now? I actually watched an AI-generated trailer for a movie. I can't remember the movie, but it said they gave AI the task of make a trailer for this movie, and it was like, I don't know, Snatch or something.
Okay.
But in the style of Wes Anderson.
Oh.
And it was fucking spot on, man.
Wow.
Like, I mean, it was like something fucking Wes Anderson. I don't know if you watched Wes Anderson movies.
I'm familiar.
But it was spot on.
Wow.
Like, we're completely fucked. We're not going to know what to believe before long.
Nice. I'm looking forward to it, because I hate people. So if we could just eliminate people and their political opinions, I think we'd all get along much better. Right on, man. Well, that was all we got on the listener mail. You got anything for Cooper, Alan, or Tom Hardy?
Love y'all.
Love you guys. Thank you very much.
Let me count the ways. Ha, ha, ha.
Oh, Tom Hardy is snapping his iPhone in half.
That's what he gets for liking Bill fucking Paxton.
What is your problem with Bill
Bill
Paxton?
Paxton if he were here, could eat a bowl of dick.
Wow.
He's terrible. We just rewatched Titanic. He's so fucking bad.
Okay, that is...
No, he's still Bill Paxton in it and every other movie.
No.
Except Frailty.
I would say Aliens, Private Hudson.
He is 100% Bill Paxton in that movie.
Predator 2.
I can't even remember that.
Oh,
I didn't
get
even know
out of
he
here.
was in there.
Get out of here, you son of a bitch. It's time for a movie, Mr. Harrell, with Bill Paxton in it. I snuck him in on you.
You made it through everything. You probably thought you'd drop dead peacefully in your sleep. And then this happens.
Is anyone here? Hey!
You think there's a cure? Come here, kitty. You hungry?
The Night Eats the World, Jason Harrell.
Yeah, boy.
It is from 2018, got 6 stars on IMDb. Stars Anders Danielson-Lie, Goldshifter Farahani.
Good old Goldshifter.
Good old Goldshifter. And Dennis Levant. This one's rated TV 14. It was written by Jeremy Gaze? I don't know. And directed by Dominique Roche. This one is presently streaming on Peacock, if anybody gives a shit. It's a interesting approach to a zombie apocalypse, I would say.
Yeah.
We start off with a dude, as we usually do, who I believe was just dumped by his piece of shit girlfriend. I could be wildly out of line. She might have been a lovely young lady. In fact, I suspect that she was. He shows up at their old apartment to get his tapes, because apparently he also likes to go to the thrift store and look for cassette tapes. Mm-hmm. He shows up to pick them up, and there's a full-on rager going on.
Massive party.
Fucking techno music, lights, flashing, all kinds of fun shit. I think it was like her breaking up party, and he wasn't supposed to be there, or... She's already got it.
She was awful friendly, though.
She was. She was like, hey, hang out, have a drink. And he's like, I just want to get my tapes and get the fuck out of here. Mm-hmm. By the way, here's my new boyfriend. You look like a Pierre. We're in France, by the way. This whole thing takes place in Paris. And he's just climbing all over her the whole time. So, you know, it's kind of shitty. And if I mean, I'm not saying she's a bad person, but, dude, if you told him to come get his tapes tonight, tell the boyfriend to stay at home, you know? The new boyfriend.
I think he just showed up to get the tapes.
It could be that, too.
I don't think he planned on there being a party.
It could be that, too. But if that's the case, hang out 2 seconds. I'll go get your tapes. You get the fuck out of here. Which, to his credit, I think he was trying to do. Hey, where's my tapes? I don't know. Just hang out for a second. No, I just want to get my tapes. Get the fuck out of here. All right, anyway. He has a couple of drinks. Eventually, he corners the girlfriend. He's like, hey, where's my fucking tapes? And she's like, oh, well, just go in the back room and I'll come and we'll come have a chat here in a few minutes. He's like, what? Just give me my fucking tapes. And then here comes the boyfriend and he's climbing all over the ex-girlfriend. So, and then like a random camera guy runs out and headbutts him on accident, which causes a bloody nose. And finally, our guy makes his way to the back room where he finds his cardboard box full of tapes. He locks the door, sits down for a second thinking the young lady's going to come in and they're going to have a chat or whatever. But then he falls asleep. Apparently it wasn't that exciting of a party, Jason Harrell. He wakes up.
He was emotionally drained.
I get it. And he had some blood loss and a couple of cocktails.
Yep.
So there's that also. Wakes up the next morning. We get a quick little snippet of like the camera panning out from this guy as he's falling asleep in the chair. And then if you're paying attention, you'll hear a lot of screaming and thumping going along. And then the next morning he wakes up. He's like, oh, shit, I fucking passed out. Opens a door, and the place is wrecked, and there's blood all over the walls. And, looked like hell just blew through this place.
Yeah.
Nico. He's like, well, I don't want to be questioned by the police about anything. So
I really like that cut.
Huh.
Like when it goes from him waking up to stepping out in the hallway of just it's immediate fucking chaos.
Oh yeah, totally.
You can tell some shit has went down.
Absolutely.
They look great. They really set that scene real good.
Yeah. And he's like, I'm going to get the fuck out of here, grab his tapes, breaks for the door, opens the front door, and I think it was his girlfriend that was sitting on the steps when he first opened the door. There was like two people sitting on the steps. I think one of them might have been his ex-girlfriend. He's like, and then they both like snap back to look at him, and you see they're fucking zombies, dude. One of them's got half a face off. The other one's got like a gaping neck wound, and they just charge at him. He manages to get the door shut before they get him, and then he's like, what in the actual fuck is happening here? So he steps out on the balcony, and it's pretty much 28 days later in the middle of Paris. Everything's fucked. Trash all over the place. Zombies walking up and down the street. Now, a couple of interesting things about these particular zombies. Number one, fast. They run. Number two, no sound at all.
Yeah.
Which I thought was kind of cool.
Other than some teeth chomping.
Yeah, no moaning and groaning.
Yeah.
I like a a zombie that doesn't feel sorry for themselves. Just I get it. You're in pain.
Yeah, enough with the morose fucking
shut the fuck up about it.
Somber zombie.
God.
We get it.
I get it. You're dead. I'm sorry. Some of us have work to do. God. Anyway, it's an interesting take on the zombies. He hangs out up there on the balcony for a few minutes. It's like a probably like a 3-4 story building, and it's just either side of the street is just exact same buildings, exact same apartments. So he's looking around at the other buildings. He sees like a family trying to fight off one of their younger sons, I guess, that's been infected. They make it down to the car, and then they get pulled out of the car by zombies and summarily eaten. That's gross. He's like, oh yeah, okay, this is some shit. This really sucks. Now, from this point forward, we don't really get any kind of insinuation as to the passage of time. We just see him with various stages of self-done haircuts that are all terrible, by the way.
So bad.
So we have to assume that he's going to be stuck at least in this apartment for at least a couple of days before he grows a pair. He passes the time by doing menial tasks like picking the place up and rooting through his ex-girlfriend's stuff and things like that. Eventually, one day, he's scrubbing the floor, and there's a shotgun blast. Boom! And he's like, what the hell? And then there's a second shotgun blast. Boom! And the second one explodes through the floor in the room that he's in. So it's like... He's like, what the fuck? So he kind of like leans over and looks into the hole that the second shotgun blast made. And son of a bitch, if the guy downstairs wasn't alive and just blew his own head off. So he's like, oh.
Yeah, he capped his old lady and blew his own head off.
Yes. Senior citizens, too, which kind of sucks. But at this point in existence, I kind of get it. So our guy, being the enterprising individual that he is, kind of bores out the hole. And then he leans down and he's like, hey, anybody down here alive? No? Okay, so he lowers himself down, and now he gets to go through their fridge and, take whatever he wants out of their apartment. Pretty cool. And now he has a shotgun, a couple of boxes of shells. The old double barrel, Jason. Very cool. From there, he goes back up, and he kind of, he's like, okay, I'm going to run out of food here, so I'm going to see if maybe there's anybody else alive in this building. So he does what I would do. He goes down to, the landlord's office. Apparently the landlord in Paris gets to keep a key to your apartment.
Yeah.
Which is kind of creepy. So he can just let himself in and out. I suppose a lot of French romance novels started this way with a
I'm sure.
with a creepy landlord that just comes in, sniffs your panties. Whatever. But anyway, he goes down to the landlord's office, secures the front door so no more zombies can get in, which is great. Gets all the keys to the other apartments. Goes upstairs, puts on a leather jacket and kind of pumps himself up a little bit.
Popped his collar.
Get ready for action. That's his game face. And he decides he's going to go door to door and see if he can get some more food, see if there's anybody else alive, whatever the situation is. First door he goes to, opens it up. Fucking whole family of zombies come running at him. Mom, dad, little girl. He's like, shit! Closes the door real quick. Well done. From there, he goes door to door. Pretty much the rest of the place is empty, except for one random bathrobe, boxer short wearing zombie that seems to be stuck in the elevator. And he just kind of leaves him in there because, obviously, it's like one of those old school accordion gate elevators, and he secures it with his belt. So the zombie is stuck in there, and he's perfectly safe for now anyway. Okay, excellent. From there, he goes through, he finds like a bunch of random stuff, an iPod. This guy's like a music file, so he finds like a random kid's iPod, and he's rocking out to that for a minute.
Paintball gun.
Some
food.
More food.
A drum set.
Some other shit. Well, at least he's got some more room, to stretch out in. Now he's got the whole apartment building. Except for the one apartment that's got the family of zombies in there. He's just going to leave them in there. Apparently, these zombies can't figure out doors, which is helpful in the situation. Very cool. From there, we get I'm going to say maybe a good 3 to 6 months of him just kind of fucking off.
Yeah.
He's like, he's got his food rationed out, which is great. He's lonely, obviously. He makes a game out of shooting the people that he remembers from the party with a paintball gun. Keeps his mind occupied for a little while. At one point, he does like a drum solo. Wheels the drum set out onto the balcony and plays like a concert for all the zombies. Not the move that I would do.
Yeah, not the smartest move.
No, I mean...
Because those zombies, they almost become like catatonic. Like they just, when there's nothing going on or somebody to eat, they just go into that like lumbering kind of stasis.
Yeah, and they seem to be going away too until the drum solo.
Right.
There's a couple of times when he looks out there and there's no zombies, it's just a bunch of trash. But then he does his drum solo and they all come running from around the corners and out of the other buildings.
Maybe they're just music fans.
That could be that too. I mean, the guy could play the set of drums.
He
was good. He was very good, yeah. So that's pretty cool. At one point, he decides to have like a fake funeral for the dead senior citizens down below.
Yeah, he starts to smell them.
Yeah.
The smell starts to come up through the floor.
He was about to just toss them out of the balcony, but then he's like, it's kind of shitty.
It's douchey.
It's kind of fucked. So he wraps them up in sleeping bags and tapes off their bedroom and leaves them in their bed with like a bunch of pictures of them and random shit that he found. Good for him. This whole thing kind of culminates. He keeps having nightmares about the zombies coming in and eating him. He does spot a cat at one point. He's like, oh, cool, it's a cat. So because he's so fucking lonely, I assume, he's like, oh, come here, kitty, come on, get in. But the cat just takes off. So he, like the dumb shit he is, he starts chasing the cat down the street, which then attracts a bunch of zombies. So they get him in the car, and he gets all scratched up. He thinks he got bit at first, but then he luckily makes it back into the apartment building. But then he's pissed because he didn't get the cat. I think he shot the cat, right?
I thought because the cat was licking on like an amputated leg of a zombie.
Yeah.
So I thought that he fired the gun or killed that zombie.
Okay.
Just to get the cat away from the zombie,
maybe.
Or maybe to scare it off.
Yeah.
But if he shot the zombie, now the cat's just got easier access to the zombie's leg.
Go ahead.
So I don't know if it was to spook the cat away or what.
I like to think he shot the cat.
Yeah?
Because I would be good and pissed at the fucking cat if that were me.
He wasted a can of tuna.
I just went out there trying to save your ass. You get me in all this trouble, and now you're hanging around with this fucking puss bag. No. Fuck no.
Pussy.
Very cool. After that, eventually he's like in bed one night, and he hears somebody, I guess, running around his apartment. So he hears the footsteps like run right up to the bedroom door. So he just grabs the shotgun and lets one go right at it. He opens the bedroom door, and fuck me if there isn't a living young lady there sprawled out on his bedroom floor. And she's like, "Oh, you fucking shot me!" And he's like, "Oh my God, you're alive!" So this part I'm a little fishy about. So from there, he like gets her up on the bed, and he takes all the pellets out and sanitizes the wound somehow. And from there, we get like a kind of relationship blossoming between these two. We finally meet this dude. His name is Sam. Her name is Sarah. She explains that she's been traveling this whole time, Batman style, I guess.
She's got a lot of... Well, their backpack has a lot of like rock climbing and shit like that.
Yeah. Grappling hook.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how that works exactly, how you would go about doing it. I mean, it's Paris. I imagine you could build like some kind of a ladder bridge or something from rooftop to rooftop. She didn't have that. She had a literal grappling hook and a bunch of rope.
And some ropes.
Maybe she's some kind of parkour expert or something that we didn't know about. But that's all well and good. He eventually nurses her back to health, or so we think. And then we have that cathartic moment that we have to have in every zombie movie where she says, "Hey, I don't want to die here. We have to keep moving." Quite the contrary, princess. We're doing quite all right. I don't know why. Okay.
Yeah, we're getting low on beans, but, we can... kind of venture out, source a little more.
I don't think we need to fire off the grappling hook just yet. But no, she wants to leave, and Sam is desperate, so he's like, let's. I don't know where you think we're going to go or who's going to help us or anything, but maybe we got a good thing here. But then he's terrified of losing her, so eventually he kind of agrees. And am I to believe, Jason, that like everything from the initial shotgun blast to like the last 5 minutes of the movie all happened just in his head?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure I was...
If you're jumping there, yes.
Well, so, I mean, not a lot happens.
There's not a... You really can't say much about this movie unless you went beat for beat.
Yeah.
Because it really is just a movie about one guy kind of just making time pass.
Yeah. Slowly, I guess, going crazy. Because now he's got this imaginary friend, and he's having this whole crisis of... Oh, I don't want to go, we have to. But that's really his own internal monologue.
He ends up finally coming to and snapping out of it, and then she's just dead on the bed where he had drug her to after shooting her in the gut.
Yeah.
So that takes you to you just had an issue with her being Catwoman and rappelling down all these buildings. Well, that was all in his head.
Okay. So
they never got to speak.
Right. Well,
she just bled out.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that would make sense. So I guess he just assumed all of that.
Because she had some gear.
Right. So, okay. Anyway, make a long story short, it basically turns out that he actually killed her with the shotgun. And he's just constructed this personality for her. And the dilemma of do I stay or do I go, that was, I guess, his own internal monologue, just him seeing it through her in a weird way. And this is the real pisser. He goes through her bag and finds a digital camera. She's been in the building across the street the whole time watching him, like taking pictures of him when he would go out on the balcony and stuff. Fuck me, man.
He could have got laid.
You could have. And by the way, if you're over there and you're watching me and you see me over here and you know I'm alive,
yell out a window.
How about a wave? Hey, how you doing? Kind of a thing. Don't just come running up at the bedroom door in the middle of the night, you crazy. Of course you're going to get shot. Anyway, it sucks for him because he quite possibly just blasted the last living female, at least in this time zone, possibly. And now he's right back to being on his own. And
ruined his chance of getting pussy twice.
Twice. That's 2 pussies.
Yep.
quite possibly blasted them both with a shotgun.
Just for you, Tom Hardy.
Oh, he is unsubscribing and throwing his phone, possibly out of a moving vehicle. So that really sucks for him. But then he kind of has this cathartic moment where, yes, I am going to leave. Here's what I'm going to do. He sets his cassette tapes on fire. Okay, sure. I guess that's symbolic of him letting go of his old life, and now he's going to start a new adventure with a grappling hook. So he goes and lets his zombie friend out of the elevator, and that zombie doesn't attack him. It just kind of walks back up to its apartment, and he closes the door behind him, and that's that.
Yeah, and he had, when he was having the visions of the girl still being alive, he had said to her that he wouldn't hurt us.
Yeah.
So he really felt like that zombie wouldn't hurt him. And he didn't.
No.
But so it's kind of weird in this movie because the zombies, they seem responsive to sound, but clearly they're not 100% responsive to vision.
Right.
And they do have kind of these white out eyes.
Yeah.
Because he goes in he goes back to his apartment to get the backpack, and none of the zombies can see him. Now, it is smoky.
Smoky with the tapes.
But I wonder if they just have vision issues, and maybe that's why the elevator zombie didn't attack him, is because he doesn't even really see him.
Right.
And he doesn't speak to him.
No.
He doesn't trigger him with sound.
Not in that scene.
Right.
Yeah. It's quite possible. Maybe the eyes are the first to go once you're a zombie or something. I don't know. But yeah, as Jason alluded to, from there, the goddamn smoke alarm goes off. Now, I don't know if he did that intentionally or not. It didn't seem like he did because it kind of caught him off guard.
Yeah.
But that draws all the zombies from like a 10-block radius. They blast through the front door. And then they chase him upstairs. He makes it back to his apartment, which was on the top floor, which is now filled with smoke, as Jason alluded to. There's already zombies up there waiting for him. He has to tiptoe around them to get out to the roof where he's got the backpack. He gets the grappling hook ready. He throws it over to the next roof. Didn't really think this part out too well. No. I don't think, because pretty soon the zombie starts spilling out onto the roof, and he just jumps and swings down and knocks himself out when he swings into the opposite building.
He did pretty good with the grappling hook.
Sure.
But ow.
Yeah, knocks himself out.
If only he had bat spray zombie repellent.
Something. I mean, if they make a shark repellent for Batman, you would think that they would have zombies also, but whatever. Kind of climbs up to the top of the roof and looks out over the Parisian fucking skyline, and it's just thousands of identical buildings, and he just kind of gives like a smile and a yay me, and then that's the end of the movie.
Yep.
What'd you think of The Night Eats the World, Jason?
It's my kind of movie.
You like it?
Yeah, it's very much in the vein of like The Battery.
Sure.
It's one of these very slow, not a lot of shit really going on.
Yeah.
Just watching people and how they survive.
Yeah, sure.
I dig these type of movies.
I'm not mad at it.
I liked it.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it at all. You know what I like the most about it? With the exception of the drum solo, as I'm watching this guy maneuver through the apartment building, everything he does, I think that's exactly what I would do.
Good tactics at first.
Yeah.
And he really, at first especially, just come off as basically a dweeb.
Yeah.
But, I'm like, okay, the guy's actually kind of a tactical mastermind here.
He's thinking about things.
Yeah.
He's not
he
throwing
gears
a
up
party.
properly. He's got something to mark the door with when he clears it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I'm into that.
He's
I
doing
like that.
okay.
But then
then he gets stupid.
Then the drum solo. Get the fuck out of here. I like to think that he did that to try to attract other survivors, just to let them know that he was up there. Or maybe he was just losing his mind, which I'm sure I would too after a couple months.
I think one time was him just reaching a boiling point.
Yeah.
Because he did it like twice with the drums.
Yeah.
I think one was just he had reached a boiling point and he was just venting, just pounding a fucking drum.
Yeah.
Fuck you, zombies.
Yeah.
I don't think he really thought it out the first time.
Probably not.
When he was just really jamming out.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd say it's a good show. Surprisingly low kill count for, the whole world pretty much. But as far as people,
massive kill count.
As far as characters that we're invested in, I got a kill count at 2. It's streaming right now on Peacock and Mates. If you're interested, it's worth a watch, I'd say. Check it out. Why don't you? Why don't we take us a little break, Mr. Harold, and we'll come back with some other stuff.
Cool.
So slashed and torn.
Hey inmates, if you like what you hear, head over to the Padded Room Facebook group and support us through the Patreon link with a small monthly donation. Check out the T-Villain link at paddedroom.podbean.com and grab some t-shirts. Thanks for listening and enjoy the rest of the show.
And we're back, Jason Harrell.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, buddy. You know what I never understood?
Spanish?
I got a little bit of Spanish, but why don't the zombies ever attack each other?
good question.
You know? It's never really
Maybe
broached.
there's a certain zombie pheromone that they put off.
I hope not. Because if that's the case, it means they're probably having sex with each other.
I'd love to bottle that.
Oh, God. I'm sure that'll keep the mosquitoes away during the summer.
Good old necrosis cologne.
Yeah, right on, man. I think it's meat hook time, my friend.
Three on a meat hook.
This week's meat hook. Top 3, you guessed it, zombie movies. Now, I crafted my list. I figured everybody would just go Night of the Living Dead, Return of the Living Dead, and probably 2004 Dawn of the Dead. So I made sure to update mine, anything past the year 2000.
Okay.
That's just me. You do you. Whatever. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong, but you're probably wrong. How about number 3, J-Bo?
I'll give you Sarah's number 3 first,
Okay.
and I'll give you my own.
Okay.
She comes in with Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's actually a decent movie.
It's interesting. It's interesting. I like the guy. What's his?
The bad guy?
Yeah, Jack.
Oh, he plays a hell of a cock knocker, don't
He does. But I couldn't help but root for him.
Yeah.
Jack fucking something.
No clue.
I think it's Jack Smith.
Well, while you're Googling.
Yeah, give me your number 3.
My number 3 is Return of the Living Dead.
Okay. I figured that would be a bit higher up on yours, but that's okay.
I have to go in terms of rewatchability.
Okay.
And while I do see that one frequently, there's movies I'd watched before that.
Sure. Okay. I went for less conventional zombie movies and newer ones at that. For that, I like a zombie movie that I don't know is a zombie movie until I've already watched the whole damn thing, and then I'm like, you fucker. And for that reason, I'm putting number 3 is Contracted.
Nice.
Yeah. I love it. That main character was not likable at all. And watching her just literally fall apart at the seams and get grosser and nastier as the movie goes. Oh, God. Yeah. And then at the end, when the guy, like her longtime crush, finally has sex with her, and the maggots are coming out of her crotch. Oh, daddy.
Just imagine one of those on insertion going right up your little piece.
No, Jason. Jack Houston is the dude's name.
Yeah, he plays a hell of an asshole.
He played a right douchebag, but I thought he was great.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Right on. How about number 2?
Let's see. Number 2, me and Sarah both came in with Dawn of the Dead, the remake.
Okay. 2004. That one's great. That one almost made me afraid of zombies again. They were fast. They were hungry, hostile, gross, of course. The special effects department on that really knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
Especially those big like mosh pit-esque scenes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When they're talking to their buddy across the way, and it almost looks like Coachella or something down there is going on. But they're all just hanging, trying to get at these 5 or 6 people.
I think I'd rather be in the midst of that than Coachella.
Probably. It probably smells better than Coachella.
People I'd rather hang out with.
I get that.
Your number 2?
Yeah. My number 2 is a movie from, I believe, 2007. Lesser known. I don't think you've seen it. It's called Wicked Little Things. Have you heard of it?
I've heard of it. I don't think I've seen it.
Stars a very young Scout Taylor Compton and an even younger Chloe Grace Moretz. It's not the zombie movie that you would think it is. The zombies are regionally specific, and they only come out at night, and they're these little kids dressed in like 1920s attire, and they use mining implements, and they're basically black-eyed kids. They've got the pitch black eyes, and they don't talk. They just, if they find anybody in this little Appalachian town, outside after dark, they're going to take you down with mining implements and eat you.
Definitely zombies.
I mean, you could draw a line to like Black-Eyed Kids or something like that. But that brings up a good point, and I'm glad you brought it up.
Trust me. I already went through your horse shit scenario before I even put this fucking list together.
Okay, I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to argue with you, but what do you think qualifies a zombie?
I think the range is a lot broader than what you would think that I would
okay, that's
qualify
fair.
as zombie.
That's fair. Would you call Jason Voorhees a zombie?
I mean, you kind of have to.
Okay.
Only because he is dead and he is living.
Okay, but you could say the same thing about...
But he's also supernatural.
Okay.
So it just depends on what you want to call it.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
It's semantics.
You're right. I'm not going to...
I would never, in my categorization, call him a zombie.
Okay.
But I would not be a naysayer to somebody justifying it.
Okay, fair enough.
Or qualifying.
I'm not going to open this can of worms.
Would you count the Things in 28 Days or Weeks Later?
No. No, I wouldn't. I would call them...
Because you see those movies listed on every zombie list.
Oh, yeah.
But they're just infected.
Infected, and they go down very easy, actually, which brings me to the question of why there aren't more... Again, why aren't they attacking each other, number one? Number two, you'd think we could have figured that out. We have plenty of guns and bullets. We could have taken that back from them. But that's a whole other set of podcasts right there.
I mean, I guess, going back to Voorhees, I mean, to me, he is kind of resurrected through supernatural means, whereas a zombie is just, I don't know, brought back to life, simple and
reanimated.
Yeah.
So I'm not agreeing or disagreeing, but I've listened to a few podcasts on the topic. And
did you write them strongly worded letters?
I should have, but I'm not going to chime in on this. The qualifying factor for zombie versus not zombie is whether or not the zombie eats the living or devours them in some way. So using that logic, Jason Voorhees would not be a zombie. He could be undead, for lack of a better term, or something like that. But we're not going to get into this fucking can of worms. How about number one there, Jason?
I'm sure that we could find a lot of horror movie characters that have been dead but continue to be quote-unquote alive that feast upon the flesh of the living.
Well, that would technically bring in just about every vampire, right?
Right.
So
almost the creeper.
Sure, yeah. He's got wings, though.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Sarah's number one. She goes with The Return of the Living Dead.
Okay. Very cool.
Which is just such a good movie.
It is.
My number one is Shaun of the Dead.
Okay. Horror comedy. Mm-hmm. I love that.
It's just out of all of them, it's something that I would rewatch more time than any other movie.
Sure. I get that.
Just it fits a lot of different moods.
Mm-hmm. Oddly enough, my number one is a movie that I've watched once and will probably never ever watch it again. It's Train to Busan. Yeah.
Sarah was actually surprised that that didn't make my list. She really thought, at the very least, it would be in the top 3.
Yeah.
But it's not a movie I can rewatch.
That's the thing.
I could here and there watch it again.
Yeah.
But I'm not putting that thing on casually.
No, not unless I feel that I'm having too good of a time.
Right.
Need to kick it down a notch or two.
Yeah, like if I want something as background, then honestly, I'd probably... What's that one fucking movie you love so much? We saw it in the theater. It was on Netflix.
Army of the Dead.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Like, that's a good throw it on and go about your day kind of movie.
It's brainless. It's just
chaos ensues.
Yeah,
you know?
meatheads blowing the shit out of zombies.
Yeah.
So that's great. That's a good one too. I like that one a lot. Train to Busan. Great zombies. Fucking special effects in that were on point. The storyline was compelling. You couldn't help but root for certain guys, and really you're just waiting for some of these cocksuckers to get bit.
Yeah.
And then the goddamn ending, Jason. The goddamn ending.
Kicking the balls.
Yep. I I think that came out in 2011-ish, something like that.
Boy, was Peninsula let down.
Yeah, it was. That was really disappointing. But I know I did not have a daughter the first time I saw it. Mm-hmm. And since I've had a daughter, I'm not going to watch it. Great show. Recommend it to everybody. Don't need to see that shit again. That's our meat hook for the week, inmates. Top 3 zombie movies. Let us know if you can. Mental health hotline, of course, is area code 775-387-0275, or get us on the regular old email. Just go to paddedroompodcast.com, click the email link, or click the meat hook link, or click the contact us link. There's all kinds of links there. Click the fuck out of something. I don't care what you do. Just do it. In the meantime, I think it's time for some Terradome action.
No tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering.
I'm not gonna hurt you. You didn't let me finish my sentence. I said, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains in. I'm gonna bash them right the fuck in. I'll kill you all. I'll drive you crazy. I'll kill you all. Worst dream come true.
6-year-old child with this blank, pale, emotionless face, the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes.
Welcome to the Terradome.
This week's winner. Singles competition, we had The Other from Hellfest versus The Samurai from Bloodbeat.
Just hearing the title makes me laugh.
Why is that movie called Bloodbeat?
Why?
Why
1,000 questions?
I know, there's so many questions. There's no, musical reference. I don't think anybody actually gets beaten. Whatever. I'm not going to do that. Here we go. The attraction had cleared out once the violence started. The girl housing the samurai remained, as did the other. The samurai, astonished at the beasts and demons populated by the haunted attraction, was unaware of the other's approach. The knife struck true, and the samurai would end up just another victim of the night's massacre. With a vote of 5-2, the other advances over the samurai, Jason. Yeah?
Son of a bitch.
Son of a fucking bitch. And now we have just closed out the semifinals, so no fights tonight, inmates, but I will give you a teaser of what we have coming up. We are going to have Rawhead Rex versus Sam from Trick or Treat. We're also going to have a very heavy metal matchup of Horace Pinker versus Sammy Kerr.
Nice.
Woo! I would just pre-order the soundtrack to that movie. We're going to have a vampire matchup of Valak versus Jesse Lee, and then Frankenhooker versus the other. So strap on your fight gloves, inmates. It's getting serious, this weirdo Terradome of ours.
It sure is.
While you're thinking about how that's gonna play out, we're gonna tell you what movies we got to watch this week in a segment called "What Are You Looking At?"
What are you looking at?
So I'm trying to broaden my horizons there, Jason.
In what regard?
Now, I've said repeatedly and to numerous sources that I'm not a Christmas horror kind of a guy.
Yep.
But I'm trying to get into the Christmas spirit here. And I'm trying to find at least one or two that I enjoy at least. I watched Don't Open Until Christmas from 1984. Have you seen this one?
Nope.
Christmas slasher in London. Very horny.
I'm in.
Yeah, it's not the standard. This time it's a guy killing fake Santas. So, The mall Santa,
sure.
The guy ringing the bell.
You would think in that instance it would be a reveal of Santa is actually the killer.
That would be awesome. I like that. That's a great idea. That's not how this plays out. This Santa hangs around a lot of strip clubs and those shady fucking I don't know what, peep shows, I guess, where you talk to the girl on the phone and she's on the other side of the glass.
The Jack Shack.
Jack Shack, yeah. Apparently, Santa Claus is quite the horny guy these days because what else? He kills a guy. There's like a topless photo shoot in progress. He stomps in there and kills a guy. It's weird. It's a weird movie. Turns out it's a reporter the whole time. Sorry if I spoiled that for anyone. If you are trying to get yourself in the Christmas spirit, it's streaming on Shudder if you're interested. I watched that. I watched Scare Package from 2019. Have you seen this one?
Nope.
Don't bother. It's a horror comedy anthology, and it's a movie made for horror fans. The humor is incredibly adolescent. I don't know. A
lot of Tony Todd cameos, or
no? Instead, we have Joe Bob Briggs cameo. Okay. We also have a Gold Dust, the professional wrestler cameo. I think Kelly Maroney showed up in the second one. There's two of these damn things. It's not very good. I don't know why I even watch it. It's like an anthology, horror comedy anthology. It's not as bad as Chillerama. Have you seen Chillerama?
Don't think so.
That's the one where the giant jizzwad wrecks the city.
No.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Okay.
It's not that bad. It's not, but like the humor is just dumb. It's just
you're really broadening your horizons.
Well, yeah, I am. I don't know. I feel like I'm more like torturing myself. And then I watched Black Mold from 2023.
I thought you were going to say you were broadening your horizons by trying to watch quality movies.
No, I'm just trying to watch movies I haven't seen.
Okay.
So I'm rolling the dice on all of these fucking things, and I refuse to look at an IMDb rating. Clearly.
Clearly.
Black Mold from 2023. I talked about it briefly on last week's show. It just hit Tubi. Did you get a chance to check this one out?
I did.
What do you think?
I did not like this movie.
Okay.
You liked it a lot, apparently.
I like the environment. I like the atmosphere. I like the premise. I don't like the characters. I didn't care for the ending. I don't feel like the ending made any fucking sense. I think if they had left it with the two protagonists killing the antagonist and just left it there and been like, "Oh shit, we did that," that would have been great. I would have loved that. Just leave it right there. I don't want to ruin this for anybody that hasn't seen it, but it gets into some very wacky shit with like. I don't want to get too deep into it.
The credits rolling as the film is being developed. But I'm thinking, okay, well, I guess we're going to see something that clarifies some issues here.
Yeah. No.
So I just sat through these fucking credits for nothing?
But if I recall correctly, you can't really tell who's developing the pictures.
Right.
It's a female. I kind of had to assume that it was the protagonist, but I can't say for sure because I don't think you got to see her face, right?
I don't
know.
You couldn't tell 100%.
I don't know. I like the atmosphere of it. The acting was kind of shitty.
But here, okay, so
all right.
If you're going to write your strongly worded letters, here's where I'm going to take a little issue with you, pal.
Okay.
People are relying upon you and your feedback on things.
Yeah.
That's why you have a podcast, and that's why people listen.
Sure.
So the onus is on you to deliver a proper message. You, on Letterboxd, rated this 4 out of 5 stars.
Yeah.
Now, let me be a bit of a mathematician here for you and tell you that equates to an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
Did this movie warrant an 8 out of 10?
Yeah.
What?
Okay. All right. I like the movie. Okay, so hear me out. Having gone through it now and thinking about what I saw, Am I that hot and bothered for it? No, not really. The ending was too ambiguous. The characters weren't all that likable. Not that I needed to like them. I think probably I wasn't supposed to like them. The reason I rated it so highly is because as I was watching it, I was engaged. I really liked. There's one. I'm going to say hallucination sequence, I guess, depending on what the fuck you think is going on here, that I thought kicked ass. I'm talking about the scarecrows.
Oh, okay.
Anything that takes place in a big abandoned building, you're already in for 2 stars as far as I'm concerned.
All right.
And a real abandoned building, not a fucking green screen or a fucking soundstage made to look. Something that's going to draw me in. I'm already on board.
So, the guy in the chair.
Yes.
Okay. The hairy guy.
Yes.
I'm trying to dodge.
I know. Yeah.
Is he really there?
I believe he is there. I don't believe he is who the young lady thinks that he is.
Okay. Because I didn't know if the movie was trying to make us not realize that was the same fucking person or not.
Oh, I mean, it was the same actor. Yeah.
Okay. So it may or may not be. She might have just been tripping.
Correct.
Okay.
Which is what I think we have to sign off on, given the scarecrow situation and the werewolf situation too that pops up.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some funny things going on.
Okay.
You obviously didn't care for it.
No, I gave it a 4 out of 10.
Okay.
Sarah gave it, I think, a 1.
Wow.
Yeah, she was so mad.
she hostile.
Said "fuck you" so many times.
Wow.
Not fuck me, but fuck you.
Fuck me and you.
She's like, "What the fuck you mean 4 out of 5?" Did you see anything else?
That was it for me, man.
Okay.
What do you got?
Well, I did watch Absentia.
Okay, what do you think of that?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's not great, but it's cool to see like where he started.
Yeah.
And you could see parallels between that and some of his later, especially like with Oculus.
Oh yeah.
I could absolutely see Flanagan in there, all over the place.
I really love what he did with like her background hallucinations. I thought that was badass.
But overall, I mean, I'm glad I watched it.
Yeah,
I enjoyed my time with it.
Nice.
I thought it was solid. Let's see. Watched a little gem called Scream Queen, a long lost Linnea Quigley movie.
Oh yeah,
shot on video, recently found and put out on Blu-ray.
All right. Starring Linnea Quigley's nipples.
It's some rough stuff, man. The hilarious thing about this movie, so it's called Scream Queen, and the premise, it's kind of meta. They're filming a movie called Scream Queen.
Okay.
But she gets killed in the filming of the movie.
Okay.
Well, then they cut to a sequence later on where they're like going through some of the archival footage, and they actually put Queen Scream. Like they didn't even get their own title right.
Oh, perfect!
It was so
perfect.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
Watched a movie called The Shift.
Was that?
That is it's a Jesus-y time travel movie.
Okay.
So yeah, definitely not your thing. No, that is not horror. Life After Beth. I thought I had seen this movie 1,000 times.
Aubrey Plaza, right?
Never seen this.
Yeah.
And I've ignored it because I thought that I had seen it.
Yeah.
Never saw it.
There was another one that came out about the same time with the exact same premise. I think it starred Alexandra Daddario. And it was Anton Yelkin's last movie.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the exact same premise. Zombie girlfriend. Fucking your life up.
It was okay.
Yeah.
It was a little long in the tooth. It really needed to shave some stuff off.
Okay.
Let's see. Watched a really shitty movie. This is not horror, but I just want to warn everybody. It's called God is a Bullet.
Okay.
It's fucking terrible.
Sounds fascinating. Gangster movie?
Not. Revenge, crime revenge.
All right.
Dude's, it's the guy that plays Cersei's brother.
Jamie?
Jamie Lannister.
What's his name? Alexander Waldau or something like that?
He's a cop. His ex-wife gets killed and raped, and the daughter gets taken hostage by this satanic cult.
All right.
It's fucking terrible.
Okay.
And we watched apparently there's 2 versions. We watched the long one. 2.5 hours of this fucking thing. Rewatched Talk to Me.
Okay.
Still solid.
All
still
right.
a 7. Watch Black Mold, as I said.
Yeah.
And The Night Eats the World, and that's it. But for anybody into Jesus-y sci-fi movies, The Shift is a good movie.
The Shift. I feel like I've seen the trailers for it.
And it has freaking Rudy Rudiger himself, Sean Astin.
That's right. Yeah, now I know what you're talking about.
And it's a multiverse movie, so you get lots of Sean Astins all at once.
Whoa. What?
I was coming all over the place.
I mean, I know how you feel about Sean Astin.
Love him.
All righty. Right on, man. How about a little immersion therapy then?
Let's roll.
Immersion therapy.
Did you get a chance to watch Barricade, Jason?
I did.
What do you think?
Well, I can tell you this is not a great movie.
No. No.
But at the end of the day, I liked it as much as Black Mold.
Okay, perfect. That's not saying a goddamn
if
thing.
If not a shade better.
Okay. I am going to disagree with you. I didn't care for it. I don't mind a happy ending in a horror movie. I do mind a convenient ending. Yeah. And just tying it all together with a nice...
Oh, this was a nice bow.
Oh, yeah. Cute little bow tie on there. And everybody gets to walk away. No big deal. There was some good moments in it, I'd say. And they were clearly throwing MacGuffins at us left and right with the dead wife and the spaz attacks.
Yeah.
But then just to write it off all as a fever... I've had plenty of fevers, man. I've never felt the need
never
to...
tripped
No. I take some NyQuil and I get back in bed and then that's the end of that.
You never taken a sheriff hostage?
No, I have not. Not that I'm aware of. Let me go check the attic one more time. I don't know, man. It was very sanitized, I felt like.
I will say that I was finally happy to see how the wife died.
Yeah.
That scene hit me, man.
Really?
Well, not emotionally, but like watching her fall and hit her fucking neck on the countertop.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, I threw my leg up. I mean, it really fucking was. It got me.
I get that. I mean, they were selling us pretty hard on him killing her. I felt like leading up to that point.
Yeah, just didn't know.
Yeah, just the whole time, him like kneeling over the body while the legs are spasming and all these little flashbacks. And why does he feel so guilty about this? That there's like a ghost or a zombie running around the outside.
Yeah.
And then at the end you find out, no, it's just an accident.
And there's kind of parallels of this movie and Black Mold, and just they're both. There's something fucking with your head so bad.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
I think I like Black Mold better than this one.
I think I just ended up being so mad by the end that just took away everything that up to that point.
That's fair. Yeah, the ending was rough. This one isn't bad. It's just not the best thing I've ever seen, and it's kind of, like I said, I felt like it was sanitized. I think we saw this on Tubi. Is that where you got it?
I think so.
Right on.
Freebie, I believe.
Freebie,
yeah.
Or, yeah, that too. Well, Jason, your immersion therapy for this week is going to be La Llorona from 2019 on Shudder. Just to clarify, everybody, this is the Spanish version, not the... Isn't there one that's in the Conjuring universe, or supposed to be?
The Curse of La Llorona with Linda Cardellini.
That's not the one we want. We want this.
That's not the one we want.
We want La Llorona. Llorona?
Llorona.
My Bona?
My Sharona.
Check that shit out, inmates. We'll do the same and compare notes next week. But now it is time to educate me.
Educating Miss Monica.
First, my clues from last week. God damn it, Jason. If my dad didn't turn out to be gay, he wouldn't have had to divorce my mom to shack up with the blonde gentleman.
Explains a lot.
Now, I'm stuck living in this shitty apartment complex with a bunch of fucking bullies and one random kind of homely-looking chick that just moved in next door. And she's going to help me overcome my bullies. And if I invite her over, she'll come over for, little romantic tryst perhaps. But I have to invite her or else blood will start spewing out of her. I am, of course, Let the Right One In. Have you seen that one?
Yep.
Have you seen the remake?
Yep.
I don't think the gay thing transferred to the remake. I think or the weird penis thing. I don't think we saw that in the remake.
Well, I think you just told me like a month or so ago about the original having like
there's a weird dick.
There's like a lack thereof,
a dick nub type of thing.
Okay,
it just you got to really keep an eye out for it.
I've never been Peter gazing quite as hard as you. Apparently,
you got to get your finger on the pause button. You got to be poised and ready.
One hand on my crotch, the other one on the remote.
No, there is. It's like a weird thing where he spots her naked for a second and he sees her crotch and she's got a good muff going, but there's something down there. I don't know what it is. I've heard some talk about that's actually a dude and he was castrated and now he just goes on as a chick or something like that. I don't know. Nothing was ever actually came out saying what the hell that was supposed to be or why we saw it or what. If there was a backstory to the whatever that was.
It's too bad, because one of the only real reasons to become a vampire is to become a fucking machine.
Well, yeah. Can't do it if you're in a 12-year-old body.
There's one problem.
With a fucking
But with an amputated dick.
Oh, no. Yeah, that sucks, man. Who might I be this week, you ask? Well, I am a medieval warlord, and I am in big trouble because I've got a legion of assholes that are coming into my country to really wreck some shop. And one of them wants to take my son, too. Fucking asshole. Bad news, I don't think I can stop these guys. Good news, I found this old dude that lives up on a mountain, and he can do some really gnarly shit. And he's going to help me become something to fix this problem. And if I can do it and do it correctly for, I think, like a week, then once the whole shit is over, he will remove this crap from me. But if I fuck up, then I'm going to be stuck like this forever, and it's really going to suck. But either way, I got to go wreck all these guys first. So let me get that done. Who might I be, you ask? Tune in next week, and I will drop some knowledge on you, inmates. In the meantime, I think that's about going to do it for us, Jason. Join us next week for Silent Madness here in the Padded Room. Woo-hoo. It is from the 80s, and it involves a guy with a fucking mask killing some teenagers, is the only thing that I can surmise about this film. It's got my curiosity, if nothing else. Like, comment, subscribe wherever you found this podcast. That helps our visibility quite a bit. We do have a Patreon campaign running. Just go to paddedroompodcast.com. You'll find everything you need to know about us there. Links to contact us, links to the Patreon campaign worth all the prize swag and all that fun shit. Other than that, I think that's about it for us. Jason, you got anything else on the week?
That's it.
4 creepy old guys that live on mountains. Fucking Jason Voorhees. Is he a zombie? I don't know. I don't actually care, to be honest with you.
I think you do.
If you want to make the argument with me, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to say no. I don't think he is a zombie.
I think you care more than I care.
I don't think you care at all.
No, I don't. I only care about anthologies.
Anthologies, you motherfucker. Zombies, whether they are or not, ghost chicks from Spain, fucking drum solos on the balcony, and the Padded Room podcast. I'm afraid visiting hours are over.
Bye-bye.